Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, so for those who don't know, I'm Helen.
And I'm Tiger.
And we got asked to do some poetry for you guys today, and specifically spoken word. For those who don't know, spoken word is just performance poetry. And we are by no means very good at this, or consider ourselves very good at this at least. There is the slam workshop if you want some like better, more legit poetry, then you guys can check that out. But so we got asked to perform, and we came up with some pieces for you guys. We're really rusty, so please excuse the fact that we're reading off paper for this performance. So has anybody know anything about slang culture or attended a performance before? No? Oh, a couple people? Yeah. All right, so basically, audience is a part of the performance too, okay? So it's not like golf where you have to be polite and quiet and wait till the very end to give us a little, it's not like that. So if you hear something throughout the poem that you like, you guys can give us some snaps. Can you guys try that for me? Snaps, 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 yeah. If you hear something that is like clever or is deep, you can go, Try that? Yeah. If something hits you really in the feels, you can go, ooh. Don't laugh at me, try it. Do it. Okay, come on. Alright, I'm just Anyway, so we have two pieces that we just wrote prepared for you guys. We tried to link it to the theme of APAM this month, or for this year, I guess. And so the first piece is a little more serious. It's from two perspectives, and it kind of centers around finding identity and a sense of belonging in your community. Yeah? Hi, I'm Helen, 20 years old, born in Tennessee, raised in Louisville in my old Kentucky home. And I know what you're thinking, I'm not a redneck, okay? So Louisville is just a smaller version of Florence.
Hey, I'm Tiger, 22, born in Youngstown, Ohio, raised in a white town of nice folk called Westlake, a suburb of Cleveland. But for everyone else who's actually from Cleveland, I wouldn't say I'm from Cleveland because you would just start shaking your heads in disappointment.
I got asked once as a child,
does China really smell like fried rice?
To which I replied, does America smell like fried chicken? Thinking about that now, the sound of, yeah. Good. It makes us less nervous, okay? Just keep doing it, right? Thinking about that now, the sound of sizzling grills and savory aromas paints the epitome of America. The sweet taste of freedom mixed with fiery bursts of the American dream, add a hint of privilege, a dash of ignorance, toss in some sugar and spice, everything nice, serve it to you on a silver platter, and might just make you lose yourself. And just as rap culture strays from its origin, earning that green can make you lose your orientation. Don't mistake your privilege for a right because your family left their home to earn that green card. And once you forget that, then you'll truly become American.
Going to school, I was always able to count the number of Asians on 2 hands, but it always made me seem like I was doing math. But things never seemed to add up. I was always trying to find X without first understanding why it was important. I tried plugging myself into different groups and equations, but I was still imaginary. I tried multiplying all these factors in my life, but the product still never made me whole. If there was only one solution, I decided it was white. Yet I always had a problem figuring out where I fit in. I took it as a compliment when people would tell me,
yo, you're not like one of those Asians.
Because I wasn't. I didn't realize until my friend called me whitewashed for the first time. The next day, I literally surprised myself by looking in the mirror. Who is that brown boy staring back at me? When will my reflection show who I am? These walls I built were whitewashed, but within, my foundation remained strong. Like a plant too large for its pot, my roots suffocated from confinement. My lineage is from Asia. I know what my name means, and I learned what my ancestors decided to extricate themselves from. I live my cultural experiences, darkened skies and occupations, corruption, and ethnic feuds. I learned never to let anyone define who I am, even if you're a YouTube star. I'm thankful for being replanted in this larger environment. My privilege enabled me to grow. I learned I wasn't Asian, nor American, but not quite an equal mixture of both. But I sure as hell know I'm not Asian and definitely not American. So, like that middle ground, Asian American it is.
See, I never really had a problem figuring out who I was. Yes, I stereotypically earned good grades, but that didn't make me any less American. My eyes are big according to stereotype, but that didn't make me any less Asian. During the day, I spoke English and at night Chinese, casually flipping back and forth. I was never aware that I was meant to choose one, like two sides of the same coin, only together did it have value or an identity. A pair of glasses can never disguise Superman, so speaking without an accent can never mask my yellow face, nor does my yellow face reveal who I am, yet all the people who look like me are surprised when I speak fluently, as if being an ABC doesn't allow me to identify Chinese. For those who don't know what that means, it stands for American-born Chinese. And since, of course, they're Asian, they only recognize the A. To my father, it meant assimilation, towards a better career and a PhD. The rest of the alphabet was unimportant, and F was forbidden. My mother pushed tradition and culture. From a young age, I loved to perform the stories and histories of my people, yet time and time again, I get reminded otherwise, and that where I was born determines my identity. So now, I prefer to think I'm Amasian instead of Asian American.
Being written off as American in Asia and being told to go back home in the States, I could spend the rest of my life in an airplane being happier straddling the boundary than being in any one place. If my own kind doesn't recognize me, where else do I belong? You see, it's been a while since I knew where my home was, and if home is where the heart is, I'll wear my heart on my sleeve and try to show people where I'm coming from. Because whether I'm coming or going, like a turtle, I wear my home on my back. And as long as I keep my heart to myself, my home will be wherever I am. Whatever your story, no matter how it begins or how it ends, as the author, you define who you are, with what you are. So in the words of Prince Zuko, trying to be his Uncle Iroh, you must look within yourself to save yourself from your other self. Only then will your true self reveal itself.
International student. B, your English no good. C, you're all the other Asian stereotypes that may or may not be true.
People will define you before you define yourself. Gay, Asian, Gaysian, be patient with them. They're just trying to figure out the world or something like that.
Keep practicing your mother tongue. It'll be the greatest shock in the world to people who won't believe you're born in Tennessee. Asian Americans will envy you, internationals will just keep staring at you.
When other Asians comment on how well you speak English, or conversely, refuse to believe that you don't speak Tagalog or Chinese, don't beat yourself up for not learning. They've already made up their mind about you anyway.
Fresh from me. Don't, whatever you do, pull out that map. There's an app for a reason, so get that on your phone, yeah? I know Asians are supposed to be smart and all, but don't lie to yourself. You're going the wrong way.
And don't guide yourself by landmarks or get too attached to the way campus looks because it changes. A lot.
Don't study at SEO. 18th Avenue Library.
And when leaving the Union with your backpack at 1 a.m., be sure to wear headphones to block out the drunken comments. Don't bother responding because with the way the system plays out, if you fight fire with fire, you're the one who gets burned.
Ignore the jokes. Trust me. Humoring them would just justify the fact that you're Windy Woo Warrior Princess.
Be careful walking alone on football Saturdays. People will always think that you're either lost or a freshman, regardless of how old you actually are.
Keep your passions alive. The internationals may laugh at your accent from time to time and mock your cultural dances, but you'll soon realize that you know more about your history than they do.
When your Asian OCHA professor singles you out for being the only Asian who's never had shiitake mushrooms, don't get too mad. Laugh along and be a good sport. When it burns in your chest, beat it until it roars like the tiger everyone knows you as, until it flickers through your eyes and illuminates the shadowy injustices around you. After all, you are what you eat, and he's just full of shit. Taki mushrooms.
When asked,
where are you really from?
Pull out your phone and walk away. Because you see, they don't really want to know where you're from, they just need an excuse to tell you a story about how they knew someone who had a cousin who dated someone whose ex-girlfriend had a friend who was from China. Okay? But speaking of China, everyone seems to have yellow fever here. So, shut down anyone who opens with the line.
Hey, I dated an Asian chick once. Dear freshman me, welcome to a Big Ten school.
You'll quickly learn the true meaning of work hard, play hard.
You don't have to like football.
But keep chasing your passion. You'll soon find your place and fall in love with the Asian community.
You'll soon find out that people will see you as Asian first and everything else second.
When you feel singled out, take action in what you believe in. Just remember that with 3,000 Asians on campus, you are not alone.